Hi there. So some people have decided to do finger picking as one of their targets for their practice diaries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few pieces which involve finger picking, starting with basic, moving to sort of intermediate, and see where we go from there. So the first piece I'm going to teach you, really good beginner's piece because it sounds a lot harder than it is. I don't actually know what this piece is called. I stole it from a film called Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and I've heard it, lots of classical guitar players play it over the years. If I hear someone do it again, I'm going to find out what it's called. So this one, this hand, quite simple. Thumb, then finger, thumb, then finger, thumb, then finger, like this. All right. There's a pattern to it. So literally every time you play your thumb, you follow it with your index finger on the E string like that. Now with this hand you can either rest it on the bridge like that, do your finger picking, or you can, a lot of people, they like to put their little finger on the body of the guitar like that to try and support their wrists like that. I'm going to play you this piece, or a snippet of this piece, and then I'm going to talk you through it. Okay, so again, it sounds a lot harder than it is, I promise you that. So let's look at the left hand first of all. Left hand, we're going to put our middle finger on the second fret of the D string. We're going to put our first finger on the first fret of the G string like this. Now the first bit, your thumb plays the D string, followed by the E string, G string, followed by the E string, and again B string, followed by the E string. So your thumb basically goes like that, but between each note that you play the E string as well, so you get this. Okay, so this is in 3/4 timing as well, if you hadn't noticed. So that means it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rather than most contemporary music, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just try and bear that in mind. Okay, so that bit again. D string, E string, G string, E string, B string, E string. Middle finger is on the second fret of the D string. Your first finger is on the first fret of the G string. Okay, again with this one, don't try and walk before you can run. Do it really slow to start off with. Okay, so let your hands get used to it. Alright, next bit, a little bit trickier, still not particularly tricky though, so don't worry about it. What we're doing, you're going to get that shape that you had here. Okay, ooh, sorry, keep my music stand over. This shape, so you had middle finger on the D and your first finger on the G on the first fret. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move that down one string, okay? So we're going to play middle finger on the G this time on the second fret, and your first finger on B on the first fret. Now we start the same, the same principle as we did before, okay, but we're starting on the G string this time. So we're going to go G string, and then E string, B string, and then E string. All right, and this is where it changes slightly. You're going to play the B string again, but this time you're going to take your finger off. All right, so you're going to go same string again, and your thumb's going to move back to the G string, E string again. Then you're going to take your middle finger off the G string. Okay, so what you've played so far. Alright, and there's one more note, two more notes if you include the E string, that happens after every note. Here's your third finger is going to go on the D string, on the third fret, and then you've guessed it, E string. Okay, so that's finger picking level 1. Now again, it sounds really hard and sounds quite impressive. So it's what we call a party piece, meaning that you can play it to your friends and they'll be really impressed by it. But in reality, it's quite simple to play. Again, once you get this action going here, thumb finger, thumb finger, thumb finger all the time. First finger always plays the E string every single time, doesn't change, okay? Now, really discipline yourself as well, so don't get in the habit of changing fingers. So don't try and, what I see some people do is they'll literally try and make their thumb jump the strings, all right? Don't do that. Try to do thumb then finger. You'll never get speed up together unless you use 2 fingers, all right? Okay, I will put a tab to that in the description. So see you next time. Cheers.